Bonjour class! Welcome to your grammar screencast for interval 3. Today we're going to be talking about negative words, also known as les mots négatifs. When you think of that, you probably are reminded about our ne pas sandwich or ne pas going around the verb, which makes something negative. So we have ne, we have our verb, and we have pas. So for example, je ne mange pas would be I don't eat. Je ne parle pas would be I don't talk. Je n'aime pas would be I don't like. Whatever verb you have in the middle of ne pas, of course, needs to be conjugated for whoever you're talking about. Hopefully this looks familiar to you. Okay, so moving on, what we're going to do is very similar to this. We're still going to be making a sandwich around a verb, but the pas is going to change. So instead of saying not, like I do not eat, I do not talk, I do not like, we're going to be saying different words like nothing, nobody, never, or no longer. Okay, so our general negation, in general, we say ne pas to make a sentence negative. In order to say nothing, like I eat nothing, I see nothing, I want nothing, we're going to put rien in place of pas. In order to say nobody, or in English we say anybody, like I don't see anybody, I don't hang out with anybody because I'm quarantined, we would say personne in place of pas. In order to say never, I never sleep, I never do my homework, I never go outside, whatever. You're going to say jamais in place of pas. And in order to say no longer, not anymore, no more, you're going to say plus in front or instead of the pas. Okay, so in the dot, 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 just like ne pas, that's going to be your verb in those little sections. Okay, so with this little unicorn, she sees something. Elle voit quelque chose. If she doesn't see anything, you're going to put the ne in front of voir. This is your verb. It means to see. And you're going to put rien after voir. Okay? Elle ne voit, oops, I don't think you guys can see this. Elle ne voit rien, there you go, means she doesn't see anything. Okay? Next one. She sees someone. Elle voit quelqu'un. If she doesn't see anybody, again, you're going to put ne in front of your verb. And anybody is personne. Elle ne voit personne. She doesn't see anybody. Our next example. Elle lit souvent. She reads often. If she doesn't read ever, you're going to put ne in front of your verb, lit, and you're going to put the word for never at the end. Elle ne lit jamais. See how it functions just like ne pas, oops, but instead of pas, you're putting jamais. Elle ne lit jamais. Okay, last one. Il mange encore. He's eating again, or he eats more. Il mange encore. In order to say he's no longer eating, he's not eating anymore, you're going to put a ne around mange, and on the other side of mange is going to go plus. Il ne mange plus. He has a full little frog belly, okay? Il ne mange plus, he is not eating anymore. Okay, this is just a little reminder for you. We're going to talk about this a little bit more on the worksheet. If you have a negative sentence, which everything we just looked at is a negative sentence, and you have an indefinite article like un, une, des, or the different contractions with de, like du, de la, de l'ul, they all change to de or d apostrophe after pas. Okay? This occurs with different expressions like il n'a pas d'amis. He doesn't have any friends. Je ne fais jamais de sport. Elle n'écrit plus de lettres. Okay, so you're going to have de quite often in these sentences. All right, moving on. I wanted to show you guys the practice, the note sheet. Okay, I have posted this for you guys to kind of go through and look at. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I think you'll be able to see better. So I wrote the definitions for you already. I just think it's nice to have something that you can reference back to on an actual sheet of paper for those that like actual sheets of paper. Okay, so we have our little chart up here. We're going to go through these sentences. Your affirmative sentence would be Elle regarde quelque chose, and we saw that with the girl who was looking at the little unicorn. The negative would be Elle ne regarde rien. She's not looking at anything. Elle regarde quelqu'un. She is looking at someone. Elle ne regarde personne. She doesn't look at anyone. The next three are in the same color because they are all negated or made negative with the word jamais. Okay, so for example, il lit toujours. He always reads. Il ne lit jamais. He never reads. Il lit souvent. He often reads, or he reads often. Il ne lit jamais. He never reads. Il lit quelquefois. He reads sometimes. Il ne lit jamais. He never reads. Okay, you're noticing probably with this one where I said il lit souvent, he often reads, or he reads often. In English, we can put often before or after the word reads, but in French, it makes much more sense to say this souvent after the verb. Okay, the orange sentence, il lit encore, he's reading again. And then the negative sentence would be il ne lit plus, he doesn't read anymore. I hope those make sense. Please come to my office hours if you are super confused. But now we're going to move on and do some practice together. As a reminder, I touched on this in the PowerPoint. We also learned this in French 1, but it was really, really difficult and a lot of people struggled through it. It's something that people always have trouble with just because it's very weird. So in all of these sentences, for the most part, because they're all negative, these articles, the indefinite articles, are all going to change to DE or D apostrophe. D apostrophe will be used if the word behind it starts with a vowel. Okay, so we're going to do number 1, 2, and 3 together, and you guys are going to be on your own for 4, 5, 6, and 7. I would like you to bring your answers to 4, 5, 6, and 7 to our next class meeting. Okay, I don't have a dog. I have is going to be j'ai. So what we're going to have to do in order to make this negative is change this to je, N apostrophe, pas. Je n'ai pas. Okay, je n'ai pas means I don't have. Un chien is a dog. However, from our rule right here, we remember that un, une, des are going to change to de or d apostrophe. It's going to be de because chien starts with a C. So, I don't have a dog. Je n'ai pas de chien. Next one, we talk often. This is not a negative sentence, but I just wanted to give you an example of a non-negative sentence because we have the word often up here. It is souvent. Okay, we talk often would be nous. To talk, remember, is parler. Take off your ER, add ONS. Souvent goes at the end. Nous parlons souvent. To make this the opposite, or negative, nous parlons souvent, we don't talk anymore, would be nous ne parlons, and then anymore is going to be plus. Okay, so you have your ne plus in the place of ne pas. Because I'm not saying we don't talk, I'm saying we don't talk anymore. And if you know the song, maybe that's stuck in your head now, you're welcome. Okay, I would like you guys to try 4 through 7 by yourselves. If you are super, super confident, you can turn it in. But what I would ideally like from you is to try 4 through 7 by yourselves. And then before turning it in, please come to our class meeting on Wednesday. And we are going to split up into some groups and go over this all together so that you make sure you understand it before turning it in and then me saying, nope, it's not right. You need to resubmit it. Okay. So please come to the class meeting with 4, 5, and 6, and 7 ready to go. Merci. Au revoir.